Located in University Circle, Cleveland's cultural district, Cleveland Botanical Garden is home to 10 acres of lush gardens, some of the finest formal and informal gardens in the entire Midwest. Our rose garden is a delight. Our Japanese garden is a place of serenity and contemplation. And our children's garden, the first such garden in all of Ohio, is a wonderland for kids to explore. A paradise in the city awaits you. The welcoming Campsie Stauffer Gateway Garden is a place to admire not only a variety of significant native and ornamental plantings, but also the lively pedestrian traffic passing through the University Circle area. With a small pond and waterfall, the Gateway Garden is a renewing place to sit and forget the cares of the day. You'll find hundreds of colorful spring tulips, daffodils, hyacinths, and flowers, as well as hardy perennials and flowering trees and shrubs. Once you're inside the garden, the first place you'll encounter amazing outdoor plants is the Catherine Philip Geist Terrace, a grand architectural space that serves as the garden's outdoor living room. It is a delightful place to escape for an alfresco lunch or to mingle over a drink with friends. At the center of the terrace is the William E. Conway Family Pond, which features a lively fountain and an expansive pool. There are beautiful tropical water lilies, hovering majestic lotuses, and other carefully chosen and unusual aquatic plants. The plantings on the terrace also feature the latest trends in container gardening. The beds and containers change often with the seasons. The Western Reserve Herb Society Herb Garden, one of the top 10 herb gardens in the United States, has been a fixture at Cleveland Botanical Garden since 1969. It is the oldest garden on the grounds and has maintained the same endearing design for nearly 40 years. About 3,500 plants grow in this garden, offering a variety of scents, textures, and colors. The English knot, one of the largest English knots in the world, serves as the garden's centerpiece. Directly across the Western Reserve Herb Garden lies a special and romantic space, the site of many a wedding ceremony and even a proposal or two. Dedicated in 1971, the Rose Garden is one of Cleveland Botanical Garden's oldest and most enduringly popular gardens. The pool and fountain at the center of the garden add a magic sparkle, while a variety of companion plantings, from cloud-like white azaleas to beautifully shaped and pruned taxus and boxwood hedges, give the garden a feeling of formal romanticism while never detracting attention from the main event, the glorious, seductive, enchanting roses. Cleveland Botanical Garden's newest garden is the Paula and David Swetland Topiary Garden. As the topiary garden matures, look for dramatic, quirky conifers trained in the forms of cones, clubs, balls, and hatchets. Our smallest visitors will delight in 2 child-sized tunnels in the undulating worm-like taxus hedge closest to the Hershey Children's Garden. The C.K. Patrick perennial border connects 4 garden spaces: the Rose Garden, Topiary Garden, Woodland Garden, and Restorative Garden. This colorful, ever-changing border is a treasure trove of inspiration for home gardeners. You'll find a vibrant display of bloom and color that lasts the entire season. Hershey Children's Garden is a wonderland for kids. Nationally renowned for its kid-friendly and kid-inspired design, the Children's Garden has been a hit since its introduction in 1999. After a romp in the squirting fountain, a run through the plant maze, and a turn drawing water from the big red farmhouse pumps, no visit is complete without playing in the giant, wheelchair-accessible treehouse that is emblematic of childhood itself. Hershey Children's Garden is a place where our very youngest visitors are first introduced to the magic and enchantment of gardens. Around the corner from Hershey Children's Garden lie Cleveland Botanical Garden's Theme Gardens, so named because they reflect the theme of the most recent Cleveland Botanical Garden Flower Show, a biennial event that is the largest outdoor flower show in North America. In recent years, theme gardens have been inspired by the themes of art and music. These gardens are semi-permanent, meaning that they stay on the garden's grounds for 2 years until new gardens are installed for the next flower show. Located on the site of what was once the Cleveland Zoo's bear pit, the Woodland Garden features many woody and herbaceous plants and some of Ohio's most loved wildflowers, including trilliums, Virginia bluebells, and Solomon seal. For a refreshing stroll in the heat of summer, pass beneath the canopy of trees and get a welcome respite from the baking sun. The Japanese garden has been a Cleveland cultural treasure for more than 30 years. This serene, symbolic, and spiritual garden imparts a sense of tranquility that draws you into a deeper contemplation of the natural world. Notice how the plantings and garden ornamentation work together to represent a mountainside with a stream passing through it. The garden peaks in late May and early June, when the symphony of color includes pinks and purples from cascading rhododendrons and azaleas. Rocks suggestive of a stream course their way down a hill, flowing over and through carefully placed stones. The award-winning Elizabeth and Nona Evans Restorative Garden is the location of many of Cleveland Botanical Garden's wellness programs and was conceived as a beautiful and calming series of garden rooms, accessible to all visitors. The color palette relies heavily on peaceful shades of green and beautiful flowers in quiet hues. Water trickles softly down garden walls. The restorative garden is a sensory delight with many interesting plants to touch and feel. For more than 78 years, Cleveland Botanical Garden has been one of Northeast Ohio's treasures. Each new season brings countless new delights and opportunities to be surrounded by beauty and inspiration. The garden is your garden, a place to discover, to bring children, to renew and refresh.